Have you ever wondered how far back your family tree goes? I mean, really far back? What if you could trace your roots not just a few hundred years, but all the way back to a legendary figure from the 11th century? Well, it sounds kind of impossible, right? But today we're going to unravel a family journey that does exactly that, spanning 1,000 years of history. So, our whole story kicks off with this one simple question, posed to an individual named L. Samantha Wise. How on earth is she connected to this man, Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, the legendary Spanish hero better known as El Cid? The answer? Well, it's a little complicated. Just take a look at this. Could you imagine trying to explain that at a family get-together? You'd lose everybody before you even hit granduncle. This right here is what 1,000 years of family history looks like. It's not a nice, neat, straight line. It's a tangled web of marriages, in-laws, and super distant cousins. So how do you even begin to make sense of it? You break it down, and you trace it all the way back, one step at a time. So here's our roadmap for this incredible 1,000-year journey. We're going to start with the modern roots, then we'll hit a surprising leap straight into royalty. From there, we'll trace a path through the kings of England, cross the channel over to Spain, and finally connect it all to the legend himself, El Cid. All right, first up, we're diving headfirst into this incredible genealogical puzzle, connecting a person living today directly to a man born almost 1,000 years ago. So our journey back in time begins with the most recent and, the most relatable part of the family tree, the last 150 years or so. Okay, let's do a quick rewind. We start with Elle, then we go back to her father, Robert, born in 1933, then to his father, John, then to his mother, Catherine, and then to her mother, Isabella, born way back in 1846. So far, so normal, right? It's a pretty straightforward Scottish family line, but trust me, things are about to get very, very interesting. After a few more generations in Scotland, the family tree takes this absolutely wild turn. And we're not talking about a small step up in society. No, this is a giant leap from a common family directly into the world of English nobility. This right here is the moment where everything changes. And boom, here it is. This slide shows that exact turning point. On the left, you've got John Laurie, born in 1600. Just 2 generations before him, one of his ancestors connects to the guy on the right, Sir Thomas Darcy, an English knight. This one link catapults the entire family line into a completely different world, a world where records were kept and marriages were basically political strategy. Now, this connection to the nobility isn't just some minor thing. Oh no, this leap plugs the family tree directly into the British royal court, connecting it to some of the most famous and, let's be honest, infamous monarchs in all of history. And just look at how these connections start to domino. Sir Thomas Darcy's line leads us to a Lady Marjorie Wentworth. Now, her daughter was none other than Jane Seymour, the 3rd wife of the one and only King Henry VIII. From there, it's a quick jump back to his father, Henry VII, and then even further back to the powerful King Edward III. Just like that, we are deep in the heart of the English monarchy. This timeline really helps you see the huge scale of what just happened. We've literally time-traveled from a Scottish family in the 1600s all the way back through more than 200 years of English rule. From the Tudors like Henry VIII back to the Plantagenet era of Edward III in the 14th century. It's incredible. But hold on, the royal connection doesn't stop in England. One key strategic marriage takes this bloodline across the English Channel and drops us right onto the Iberian Peninsula. Next stop, Spain. The crucial link, the person who makes this all happen, is this woman right here, Isabella Perez of Castile. She was a Spanish princess, the daughter of King Peter of Castile. And her marriage to Edmund, who was the son of England's King Edward III, is the bridge that connects the English royals directly to the Spanish ones. And from Isabella, believe it or not, the path backward is a pretty straight shot through Iberian royalty. We trace her line back through her father, King Peter of Castile, and then we just keep hopping through a line of Portuguese kings, all the way to King Garcia Ramirez of Navarre. Every single name takes us one step closer to our final destination. Okay, here we are. We've crossed countries, we've jumped through centuries, we've gone from Scotland to England to Spain and Portugal, and now we arrive at the final legendary link in this incredible 1,000-year chain. So, the key lies with the last king in our line, Garcia Ramirez of Navarre. The big question is, who was his mother? Her identity is the final piece of the puzzle that connects all this royalty back to a legendary warrior. Her name was Cristina Rodriguez. A noblewoman, yes, but her real significance comes from her very famous father. She was the daughter of, well, only one of the most celebrated figures in the entire history of Spain, Rodrigo Diaz de Vivar, better known to the world as El Cid Campeador, the Castilian nobleman, the brilliant military leader, and the undisputed national hero of Spain. We found him. This is the source, the starting point of this whole epic family journey. In the end, it all comes down to this one number, 956. That's the number of years separating the birth of El Cid from El's own father, nearly a full millennium, connecting a modern family all the way back to their legendary ancestor. What an absolutely incredible story of connection across time, right? From Scottish farmers to English kings to Spanish heroes. And it leaves you with one final, really fascinating thought. What epic stories and what hidden legends are just waiting to be discovered in your own family tree?